Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Radical
Latino is taking you to another level.
Beats by Nebs.
What up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino. Now, I know this whole week and a half, 2 weeks, and all that. I've been giving out, interview on top of 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 interview. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just needed a little break, not only from just pumping out episodes, is that I had all these interviews in the stash. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to wait to give, I didn't want to wait to get, to release it every other week or whatever the case is. It's gonna take forever. So I was like, you know what? Let me just pump and dump it. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody enjoyed the special interview I had with the former white supremacist Fritz. Funny thing, it turned out to be the Hail Hitler episode, episode 88. Hail Hitler, if anybody knows about white supremacy, they know that 88 is like the Hail Hitler side or whatever, but it turned out to be the Hail Hitler episode. That happened, organically. There was no collusion whatsoever. I completely didn't even notice it until people started pointing it out. So, I guess shout out to me then. You know what I'm saying? I guess shout out to me. But yeah, that episode turned out great. I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. That episode turned out, better than I expected. And I'm gonna address a couple of things from that episode that kind of I found kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna address a couple of things on that episode that I found kind of funny. Also, I did an episode with Roll the Tape, Sitting Pretty, the Puerto Ricans from the island, and the former white supremacist Fritz. And I'm gonna read those comments in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna read those comments in a few minutes. Everybody's still under quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is still doing their thing. Hopefully, everybody is out here, protected and not getting sick and all that other stuff. So, hopefully that's a thing. You know what I mean? I want to give you guys a couple of updates on the podcast. Next week's episode 90. Next week's episode is gonna be 2 years of podcasting. Oh my God! Thank you. Round of applause. Yeah. Thank you. 2 years of podcasting. Oh my God! I did not know that I was gonna actually do this for 2 years, guys. Listen, I was planning on just quitting after episode 5. Okay. I was like, listen, I don't even think I should even do this, or if it's something I should be doing, you know what I mean? But after episode 5, I was like, yo, I'm gonna just hang this up. But some of the comments, just a few comments I kept on reading, just saying, yo, this is tough. Oh my God, you enlightening me. Yo, you bring, you setting the truth. So that's the reason why I even kept on doing this. And wow, next episode is gonna be episode 90 and the 2-year mark. Oh my God. I've been doing this for 2 years. Now, this is what I'm going to ask you guys. For all my supporters, all my fans, for next week's episode, next week, I want you guys to call the voicemail number 609-948-4194. That number again is 609-948-4194. Leave a voicemail. And tell me what how proud you guys are for, the podcast. If you learned anything, if you got empowered, if you felt a sense of, belong or anything, call the voicemail number and I will play it for next week's episode, which is going to be the 2-year mark. Been doing this for 2 years, guys. Jesus. I didn't even think I was going to last that long, to be completely honest. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all. I really wish y'all, the best. And thank you for your support. I wouldn't be doing it without you guys. You know what I'm saying? I really wouldn't be doing it without you guys. But yes, again, call the voicemail number, 609-948-4194. And just leave a voicemail and I'll play it. You know what I'm saying? Also, let's read some of the comments from all the other interviews that I did. I did an interview with Roll the Tape, so I'm gonna start with this one, right? These comments are on YouTube, and if you want me to read your comment for this episode, go on my YouTube channel, right at the bottom, you know what I'm saying, the comment, and I'll read it for you. So, motivational movements, aka melanated match. All right. Unfortunately, though, the second highest populated black country in the world does have a race issue. I forgot what he's referring to, but I guess Mulatto the travel boy says, I heard Ken123 got his second account suspended. I see it's karma season. I guess I don't know. I don't want to put too much heat on that situation. But he also says that's why women love military men, because they see these graduated benefits and income. Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. You know what I'm saying? That is true. The thing is that some of these, there are some women out there who are gold diggers and, looking out for their, what I'm saying, for their best interest. So that is true. That is true. Marquise 912 says, I like the positive brothers. Well, shout out to you. That's why I try to bring positive people in. QB Willie. QB Willie says, roll the tape, and I have a interview coming up soon. Shout out to you. I hope you guys, do it. I'll definitely check it out. You guys should check it out also. He also says, great interview. Keep up the good work. Thank you, QB. Logan says, love it. I'm glad you did. You know what I'm saying? I really, really, really glad you did. Ask a Classic Black Man says, but if the travelers keep dropping one-line sentences that call other black names, then it is really traveling or slick dissing. I completely don't remember what you're referring to, but I guess I have to re-listen to the interview. But this is the interview that I did with Roll the Tape. I guess I don't know. I guess Classic. I guess. So the other interview I did was Sitting Pretty, which actually turns out to be my highest interview so far. And I got a lot of. It's real funny with this interview right here, interview 86. I got a lot of backlash for this. I got a lot of backlash because people were like, "Yo, you went soft on her. Yo, she's cooning for Latin folks and all this other stuff." Yo, guys, calm down, relax. You know what I'm saying? It's just a girl's opinion. You know what I mean? It's just a girl's opinion. But I got a lot of flack for that one. You know what I'm saying? So going down the comments, Bahari Moon says, good interview. Shout out to you. Sitting Pretty, obviously, she wrote something. La Princess, what's going on? She's a little troublemaker. She says, nice interview. Your subs are going very fast, I guess. Thank you. QB Willie says, interesting. I'll be watching it. Okay, cool. Also, Viva Bella by Extina my favorite Haitian. My favorite Haitian. She says very interesting convo. And I'ma say this now. Me and Sitting Pretty talked last week on collabing. Yes, they did. Even though it went a little hectic, but they did. You guys should check it out. She says also she is so right about those of us in the makeup side of YouTube barely getting visibility unless you have a high number of subs. I branched my makeup content onto a new channel, but I doubt I'm gonna grow very big, which is true. Being Sid Pretty, we were basically talking about it, and she basically said, listen, if you ain't gay or male, you ain't really gonna grow on the makeup side of things. You know what I'm saying? Which is absolutely true. I feel her on that. Denise Gonzalez says, I just listened to this and I think the black lady dating one of our men is not an issue. If a Puerto Rican man can make a black lady happy, then by all means they should go ahead. As a proud Puerto Riqueña, I've personally shared experiences where black women had even attacked me and vandalized my property for just loving a black man. Also, I've seen on people I know the reverse on the Mexican men and all this other stuff. Yeah, so basically she was talking about how, people get it on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Black men dating Latinas will get it from black women, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Black women will get it from black men and all that if they're dating a Latino. You know what I'm saying? So she's basically saying the same things or whatever the case is. So yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. You're right. I do see it both ways. You know what I'm saying? The next one, which is actually a very interesting episode, interviewing Puerto Ricans from the island. The comments basically read, so Truth Teacher says, oh my God, Rad, I don't believe you trash you trash Chocha Beach, how dare you. Yo, Truth Teacher, he a clown. Shout out to him. But anybody that doesn't know what Chocha Beach is basically Orchard Beach in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? But he was referring to that comment that I made about if you go to the beach here, in that interview, when I say if you go to the beach here and you go into the water, you'll come out with a bag over your head. You know what I'm saying? Dominican Renaissance. Jesus Christ, dude. Dominican Renaissance says he put a link down. He says Haitian nationals now make the majority of persons trying to reach the Commonwealth nation from the island of Hispaniola. So he's basically saying Haitian nationalists are trying to go to Puerto Rico. This kid, I'm not gonna say that he's a kid. This kid seriously has a really deep-seated issue with Haitians. And I'm not gonna call Dominican Renaissance a racist because he's a kid. He doesn't know any better. And he better get out of that shit real quick, because the person that he associates himself with doesn't see you as equal because you're more melanated than he is. You're not white. Regardless of how many times you want to call yourself Spanish, you're the first dark-ass Spanish person I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Get out of that shit quick. I'm just saying. I mean, Derek says, love this interview. Please wake the people up. Phenotype and genotype are two different things. Angel Ramirez Jordan talks about these topics all the time. I think Angel Ramirez is that dude that they say everybody hates Angel. I think from that channel or whatever the case is. But I guess Bahari Moon also says, boy, so both of you and Christina managed to interview Puerto Rican nationalists. I didn't. Christina interviewed Puerto Rican nationalists. I didn't. These two people were not nationalists. So does this mean I gotta look for Dominicans from DR to interview? That's funny. I thought it was good. I've said before numerous times, I've never encountered a Puerto Rican from the island that treated me a certain way just for being American. Then again, don't go around waving the PR flag and yelling to the world I'm full-blooded Puerto Rican and say that. Yeah, so she was basically referring to the comments that that Andrea and Joshua said that you know, that Puerto Ricans from the island, well, Puerto Ricans from the island see Puerto Ricans from the mainland very differently. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she was referring to, and I hope she didn't feel no type of way about, you know, them saying that if you claim to be Puerto Rican and you don't know Spanish, then there's no reason to claim. You know what I'm saying? Hope she didn't feel no type of way about that, but that's, you know, that's their belief. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I 100% agree. I'm just saying, you know, that's what their opinion is. And La Princess says, the girl is very pretty, love her hair. The guy is cute, I guess. All right, I guess. La Princess is such a mess, I guess. And the last one is episode 88, the Hail Hitler episode. So I interviewed a former white supremacist, former neo-Nazi, Fritz, right? And I made a trailer on it. People were loving the trailer. People were, you know, out here really, like, you know, supporting it. They were like, yo, this shit is fucking tough. Like, what's going on? And we basically talked about a lot of things. We basically went down the whole gamut, you know. Right now, this is at 600 views right now. On the podcast thing, it already hit 1,000 downloads. You know what I'm saying? This interview right here, like I said in the beginning, I found Fritz on Twitter. I found him on Twitter, and you know, me and him corresponded, and this is how the interview came out. Now, I'm going to address a certain person after I finish reading the comments. Actually, I'm not even going to address a certain person. I'm just going to address some of the things that he said, because in this interview, I mentioned, you know, Antonio and Dominican Renaissance, and I just find it a little funny that the reach that they have to take, you know, in order to justify why they still believe what they believe. You know, it's kind of funny. Let's start off with Derek. It says, great interview, is crazy. I used to self-educate myself, still do as a kid, about stuff like this and race relations from past to now. People like Dominican Renaissance Rican can articulate, and El Gran Cha-Cha Diva, I guess, best known as Antonio, are just lost souls looking for attention, which is true. Which is absolutely true. And this is the reason why I, you know, had an interview like this, to basically curve everything. Hercules, my dude, Hercules, yo, what's up, bro? King Hercules says, nice, but I disagree with his explanation of the hate up for the Jews. It don't sound like he knows what he was talking about in that subject. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I agree with it, but that was basically based on his experience. You know, I see that they had, you know, they had a back and forth, but that's basically his experience. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hear what most you know, other white supremacists basically talk about, like Antonio, because their whole thing is like, the Jews are the real racists. The Jews are, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. Ava, what's going on, Ava? She says, uh-oh, this is gonna be interesting. She got a little popcorn emoji. Yeah, I hope it was interesting. I hope you really, you know, really enjoyed it. Public Image says, episode 88, I see what you did there. See, this is one of the comments. This is what I'm talking about. It was accidental. I swear to God, it was accidental. The Hail Hitler episode 88, it was accidental. It's a so happenstance. It's just a so happenstance, you know. And he also says the real skinheads were UK origin and listen to reggae. The guy is an ex. See, the thing is, like, I researched it after the interview. There's different variations. They say that the big skinhead place, like big, is in California. Other places say Vermont. Other places say Utah. So it really varies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just go based on what a person tells me on an interview. You know what I'm saying? Just based on that. Supreme Giga 4 says, very insightful interview. Thank you for the good work. I'm a new subscriber. Shout out to you. Victoria. Ooh, what up, Victoria? Victoria says, hey, Radical. What's up to you? QB says, great video. Base said, Fritz, thank you for taking the time and appreciate this interview. It was very informative. I hope you can speak on Radical's platform again. Yes, he is more than welcome. And Andrew Show says, Radical been taking ish to the new level. Damn, I missed a live. Yes, I have, Andrew. I have been taking stuff to the new level. Yes, I have. I'm telling you, nobody's doing these interviews like me. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody's doing interviews like me. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Viva. Dominican Renaissance. Oh boy, I know this chapped his ass. I know that for a fact. This chapped his ass because he basically, I sent Fritz, 3 videos, 2 of Antonio's and 1 of Dominican Renaissance, and I sent, pictures, Dominican Renaissance and Antonio. And I'm like, this is who they are, you know what I mean? And basically, he said it. They wouldn't get passes. All this little, fake Spanish bullshit that they're trying to do, because they just repeat what Dominican Renaissance and Antonio, what they do, they just repeat white supremacist slang, white supremacist hate, white supremacist, dialect. That's all they do. That's all they do, and that's all they preach. You know what I'm saying? And when I bring in a real former white supremacist and they say, yeah, all that shit works in your little bullshit community, and it won't translate into some real shit, into some real brotherhood of white supremacy, into some real brotherhood of hate, we don't see you the same. That shit fucks with them. That's why you got Antonio making videos about, well, yeah, I never said I wanted to be a Nazi, but yet you talk bad shit about black folks. I never said I want to do shit about Nazi, but yet you say that if you see a black person making a sandwich, you wouldn't want that black person to make your sandwich. And I'm saying, I never said nothing. I want to be a Nazi, but yet you talk about preserving your Hispanic heritage. That's funny because that's part of the 14 words. Preserving the heritage or preserving the lineage of the white race. Huh? Isn't that funny? So you just translating that shit and switching it up to some Hispanic shit, because when he says Hispanic, he really means Spanish. And that's what fucks them up the most. That I got a real former white supremacist telling them in their face, you still ain't shit. The same way how you see these black people, we see you as. That's what pisses them off the most. And I'm glad that shit pissed them off, because that's why I did it. Not really the reason why, but yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's to educate the people and also piss these people off, but to educate the people. It's to educate the people. You know what I'm saying? So, again, if you guys want to, have your comments read, go on this episode on YouTube and write your comments down. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Just write your comments down. That's it. Another update is I'm still working on the documentary. It's nowhere near complete. I'm gonna say right now it's 25% complete. I'm still waiting on the poster to come back as I want. I'm still waiting on the title to be copywritten and all that. So I got some stuff, waiting. And also, the last update I want to give you guys is tomorrow I'm gonna drop a Amon Arbery breakdown video. I'm gonna drop that down. It's a breakdown video of the whole situation that happened in Georgia with those two white supremacists that kind of bugged out on that dude. You know what I'm saying? On that kid that was jogging and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I found a lot of inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying? I found a lot of inconsistencies, and I found a lot of things that didn't add up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put all of this in one video, new video footage also, and all this other stuff of him, not stealing anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you guys should be looking forward to. Now, let's move on to one of my first topic. Actually, it's not my first topic, to be completely honest. It's actually a user email, to be honest. Somebody sent me an email last week, which I told them I was gonna answer it today. It's by Kevin. I don't know if you wanted me to say your name, but fuck it, I'm gonna say your name. Kevin, what up? He goes and says, my brother, shout out to you. He's like, please keep up the good work. I love you teaching. They are much needed for both Latin community and the African American community, aka black folks. Yes, thank you very much. I love your podcast, and I have a unique perspective on your topics for multiple points of view. And then he just goes on to say about, I was raised around a unique group of mixed folks descendant from Michigan, and he puts the link on the Wikipedia. I have children and their mothers are both Latinas. One is of Mexican descent, the other one is the Dominican Republic. See that right there? I'm like, please don't men, please. I gotta talk to my men real quick. You guys have to value yourself, okay? You guys men should not be out here just smashing all willy-nilly, all right? I'm not out here saying that women are solely responsible for getting pregnant. It takes two. Men are also solely responsible, If anything, just fucking pull out. I'm saying it worked for me plenty of times. No, just what I'm saying, just pull out, But men, we have to value ourselves, because how are we gonna look like trying to raise a community, trying to raise an empowered community, an empowered family, when we got two fucking families? You know what I'm saying? This ain't back in the day where you could have multiple wives. Unless you're Muslim, that's on you. Shout out to you too. But for the majority of the part, that's not the case. So let's chill with the whole, I got a baby mama here, I got a baby. I hope you're taking care of them, Kev. I really hope you're taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? But listening to this, you gotta empower not only yourself but your seeds. You know what I'm saying? And try to be in both their lives. If you're in one person's life, then should be in the other one. I don't know who you're still with, but hopefully everything is all good in that situation. These women don't get you on child support. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that don't happen. But let's continue. He says, I have become more and more aware of the challenges that hold us back. I hope he means white supremacy. I hope he does. I have made it my mission to visit the slave ports and inform my Puerto Rican, Black, and Dominican friends and family of the truth that we share as people, which is a powerful thing. Shout out to you. Yes, we should. That's part of why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's part of why I do what I do. We all share the power of our blood. Yes, we are the descendants of Africans that allowed us to survive disease, plagues, and we were brought by our colonizers. As Spanish-speaking African American, I can say that your impact is important and keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you, my brother Kev. A big shout out to you, big salute. I'm saying yes. This is the reason why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Keep on showing some of these Latin people who have that white mindset. Keep on showing them my videos so they could get them out of the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Get themselves out of the matrix. He also concludes with, our collective future is dependent by your ability to convince people of their value while correcting the social construct of nationality, genotype, and phenotype. Signed off, Kevin. Shout out to you. Yes, I'm actually that's actually a pretty powerful end quote. I wrote back to him, but that's a very powerful quote. Yes. There's a reason why I do what I do, and mind you, the reason why I read this email is because I felt that email. You know what I'm saying? I felt the empowerment from that email, and that's the reason why I read it. And I wanted to bring it to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget that anybody could reach me through email. If I touched you, pause. But if I touched you in any way, if I empowered you in any way, if I made you see, open your eyes in any way, hit me up. Be like, yo, shout out to you, and share me your story, and I'll share it to the people. You know what I'm saying? So, Kevin, big shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole, I gave you a whole, time slot for just you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? All right, yo, let's move on to the next, to the next topic at hand. Now, Francisco Garcia. Oh my God. Okay. So for those who don't know who Francisco Garcia is, he's a NYPD officer who was caught on video basically abusing his power. That's basically what it was. He was abusing his power on the job. And quickly, we automatically saw that, all right, this isn't a black man. This is I think it was a Dominican. I think he's Dominican cat, detaining somebody. Then he goes off and wants to detain some random person that just steps up to him, be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And he felt it was his right to basically beat him up, put him down in the ground, and detain him, basically abusing his power. It didn't take much where people found out, because of the video, saw his badge number, found out who his name is, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't take much. So we found out who Mr. Garcia is. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, Mr. Garcia has a long history of abusing black and Latin people. Yes, black and Latin people miss me with that whole shit. No, he just abusing black. No. If you look down at all his lawsuits, majority are black. You got a few Latin people sprinkled up in there. Let's keep it real. Then I started to see Twitter and also Instagram, but mostly Twitter. I started to see Twitter trying to switch this into a whole black and Latin beef. No. Let's not do that. All right? Let's cut that shit the fuck out right now. What that Latin coon did does not represent the Latin community. The same way how them black folks throwing eggs on Mexican people, selling masks and all this other crazy shit does not represent the black community. What this fucking coon did does not represent the Latin community, because let's keep it real. I've seen some black officers abuse their power on black folks too. I lived in the Bronx my whole life. Just a year and a half in Harlem, and I seen that shit too. Went back to the Bronx and stayed there. You know what I'm saying? I seen it happen. Let's not do this whole fucking Latin and black beef shit. Nah. he was abusing his power. You know why? Because the same way how a black officer sees another black or Latin person is the same way how this person sees another black and Latin person. Just a regular Negro. You know why? Because he is empowered, employed, and protected by white supremacy. They both want the black officer who does that and this Latin Garcia coon who does that are both the same side, different sides of the same coin. They want to go show out for white mommy and white daddy. That's all it is. That's all it is. If you see that video, all you see is a bunch of white Italian looking cops and his brown ass just all over the place. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. You heard what Fritz said. Let's keep it real. Yeah, we'll have you around, but hey, we ain't with you. You know what I'm saying? Look at Donner. For anybody that doesn't remember, Donner, he's the California cop that basically went off and talked about the racism in the academy and his job. You know what I'm saying? And he started offing a couple of cops to the point that they found him in the cabin and burned the whole cabin down. Let's keep it real, people. Let's keep it real. This little Latin coon is just being used. All right? Let's not turn this whole shit into a black and Latin bullshit because it's not. All right? It's not. He does not represent the Latin community the same way how black coons don't represent the black community. All right? This Garcia dude, he's our coon. Let us take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Let us take care of that. He fucked up. Yes, he did. You know what I'm saying? He fucked up. Yes, he did. And anybody that sees him in the street should be reminding them, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you fucked up, bro. You fucked up now. We ain't cool. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because he not only did that to black folks, but he also did that to Latin folks. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, best believe it, 9 times out of 10, he didn't see himself as a Latin dude in the struggle, just like anybody. He was basically another Antonio Batista. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my Hispanic heritage, which I really mean Spanish. You know what I'm saying? He was just another coon. That's it. We got coons in all our communities. The black community, there's coons. Latin community, there's coons. In the Asian community, there's coons. Even in the white community, believe it or not, they're coons, but their coons are different. Their coons are different. Not that they're racist. White folks got coons like Fritz, who gets out of being a white supremacist and they start sharing all the secrets of white supremacy. Their coons are like that lawyer who leaked out that video of Arbery getting, lynched. You know what I'm saying? Their coons are white folks that expose their white supremacy. That's who white coons are. So that's very different. The coons in the non-white community, they coon to uphold white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? They uphold it. They do shit just to uphold it. They do shit just so they could be okay with white mommy and white daddies around. So they could get more butter biscuits. So they could get more promotions. But remember, they never get past that glass ceiling. There's always a glass ceiling and they will never get past it. But they do try. Never get past it, but they do try. You know what I'm saying? There's always coons. But in the white community, their coons are way different. Their coons are cops who write books talking about, this is how racist the police, the police joint is in Mississippi and blah, blah, blah. You got another dude named Michael Wood something or whatever his name. I totally forgot his name. He's in Baltimore talking about, he's a white coon talking about, this is how, white officers are racist because of this and this and this. This is what they're telling me. This is what my superiors are telling me. You know what I'm saying? These are white coons. This is something we gotta remember. There's something we have to remember. These are white coons also. Let's not forget that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget that. So with this whole Garcia NYPD dude, he got desk duty, but there's also going to be an investigation, which he should get fired. I'm not gonna lie. I want that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? I want him out. He should get fired. He shouldn't be remaining on the job because he's gonna be a liability. You mean to tell me this whole coronavirus thing is basically fucking up the economy to the point where we don't even know if, you know, some of the jobs that we are employed in is still going to be maintained. We don't even know if some of the jobs that, you know, are out here are going to be still around in the next year or 6 months. But this motherfucker's abusing people left and right, and you're going to be cashing people out for settlements? No, he's a fucking liability. Get him the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get him the fuck up out of here, bro. So yeah, we should be petitioning. We should be petitioning. My Latin people should be petitioning because he's a bad representation for Latin folks. You know what I'm saying? We should be petitioning to get him the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's something that we should be doing. And also, I just want to add just one more thing. It's kind of sad that the Latin community has gotten such a bad rap throughout the years that it takes a person like fucking me and some of the other Latin people around saying, yo, he doesn't represent us. We don't need to do or say shit like that whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? We should not be doing or saying that because we do not align ourselves with any little Latin coon does whatever he does. You know what I'm saying? But that's our fight to do as Latin people. That's our fight. You know what I'm saying? That's our thing to do because let's be honest, we've been lazy. Latin people have been lazy to get up our asses and actually show out and show that we're sick and tired of the white supremacy structure. It's true. My Latin people, I gotta criticize us, but it's true. We've been lazy and complacent, thinking that everything is gonna be good. I'm classified as white. It's totally fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. My SSI check is still gonna be in the mail. Nah. No. We haven't shown up and shown out for a while, my Latin people. And that's something we gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Just because we get a little bit more privileges, a little bit more than black folks, doesn't mean nothing. Does not mean nothing. We got more what? We got more butter in our biscuits? Get the fuck up out of here with that. Let's get the fuck up out of here with that. What, we got more lettuce in our tacos now? Oh, a little bit extra meat? Get the fuck up out of here. No, get out of here. Oh, one more scoop of beans? Let's get the fuck up out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on to my next topic, which is the main topic, you know, neutralizing workplace racism. I was gonna name it something else like neutralizing in the work racism, but nah, this sounds better. Neutralizing workplace racism. Now, what do I mean by this? There's different layers to this. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna break everything down because this not only happens in the corporate level, but it also happens in the service level. You know, little service bullshit jobs at McDonald's. There's always office politics everywhere, no matter where you're at. Even if you're outside pumping gas, you know what I'm saying, and that's your job. You just pump gas for the gas station. There's always inner work racism. There's always office politics in that place. All right, no matter what you do, no matter where you at. That's why I'm saying this is not just a corporate thing, but this is also a service thing. All right. Now there's different layers to this. The one layer is how black men and Latin men are perceived. All right. How straight black men and Latin men are also perceived. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. The white people, involved in the job, coon women, white people's, little racial tests that they try to do, and I'm also going to give you guys solutions for these type of things. Now, remember, this is pretty much subjective. This is pretty much based on not only my experience but other experiences that I've heard people talk about, people say, and things that I've seen around working out here in these corporate jobs and these service jobs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to work as a security guard in a high-end corporate internet company. I also used to work at the World Trade Center, the new one, not the old one. I wasn't there. I was too young for that. at the new one, you know what I'm saying? So I pretty much had my fill, and I was there for a good time. I pretty had much my fill of experience in those places, saw how office politics work. You know what I'm saying? Other jobs where I kind of went up the ranks, and then I kind of saw like, okay, I see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I started to maneuver different. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go with, the first layer. Black and Latin men. In these places, Black and Latin men either need to be feminine, coons, or tokens. If you're neither of those three, you're in trouble. You either will not get the job or you will stay in a low-level position. The reason why, and this also goes for Latin men too, but Latin men get a little bit more privileges than that, just a little bit more, but still, it's still bullshit. But you either have to be feminine, meaning gay. You have to be a gay man, up in the office sashaying, you know what I'm saying? Up in the retail space in, Fifth Avenue, you pop locking and sashaying all over the place, you know what I'm saying? You're not a threat. That's the thing. Coons, definitely not a threat. And tokens, even though you're qualified, you're definitely not a threat. Because you know the position that you play. Those are the three different type of Black and Latin men that you're gonna see in these places. Now, if you're a straight Black and Latin man, shit. Well, mostly for the Black men. This actually goes only for Black men, because Black men get the most pressure. Black men, y'all need to be like a goddamn Rhodes Scholar. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much gotta know everything about all things. Have your P's and Q's and shit. Don't rock the boat, but you are still gonna be in the glass ceiling. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna be in the glass ceiling. Now, for straight Latin men, we get a little bit more leeway. We don't have to be the Rhodes Scholar like that, but our P's and Q's gotta be together. We don't have to rock the boat, but there's also a glass ceiling. But also in these type of positions for straight Latin men, you have to be lighter. You can't be that dark. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be lighter. Now, for everyone else in these places, you're either gonna be, if you're not in the, in these corporate places, corporate or service, right? Well, actually, mostly in the corporate, to be completely honest. If you're gonna see the majority of what they probably assume or what they think of low-level, people like Latin and Black men, you're gonna see them as janitors, porters, security guards, mailroom clerks, desk jobs up in the front, garage parking attendants. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of service jobs that they're gonna get. If you are a straight Black or Latin man, this is the shit that you're gonna get. If you're up in the office floors, then you gotta meet some of these requirements. If you don't, okay, up in the front downstairs, well, we could keep an eye on you and you could get fired at any time. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? These are the things that's gonna happen. Now, mind you, every job white people are in, they have to be involved. They have to, no matter what. It could be a whole black store like a Foot Locker or a corporate store that's in the hood. You see black people all around, walking around the store. Best believe. In the front there's black, but in the back there's white. You know what I'm saying? You have a white manager or white supervisor out there maintaining everything. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. White people have to be involved, are going to be involved, and are going to be placed in these jobs regardless. But don't get fooled that that white persona that just, walked in, that you're training. You know what I'm saying? A white person you just walked in that you're training and shit, don't get fooled. They're either going to become your boss in no time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But what my goal for all of this, my goal for this episode right here is, no matter what job you're in, your goal is to soak up game from that job in order to create your way out. In order for you to create a job so you could get the fuck up out of there. Get your job that aligns with your best interest. Get a job that aligns with something you're passionate about. So you could soak up some of that game from it and start your own thing. We are too busy being lazy. We are too busy saying, well, I pretty much know everything about fashion and all this other stuff, but nah, I'm okay. No. Go into these, Coach retail stores, American Apparel, whatever. Soak up game and get your own shit. That's how we gotta do it. That's how we have to do it, because guess what? White folks do that shit all the time. You could barely see a middle-aged white person that isn't on crack, that isn't, on the pipe, that isn't divorced and basically raped for alimony on these service jobs. No, they have fucking startup companies. They're in Silicon Valley somewhere, starting up crazy internet companies, or they're scamming. But they're doing that shit big, white collar shit. You know what I'm saying? They do that shit big. I want to give you guys a story for 1 second. Let me give you guys a story. I got a friend of mine. I think I said this before. I got a friend of mine, Mexican chick. She's Mexican and Honduran, right? And she used to work at this babysitting, this mom and pop babysitting company or whatever. Anyway, the white lady, she had 3 babysitting companies, like the daycare company. There you go, daycare centers, like daycare company centers or whatever. The white lady had 3, right? To the point where my friend, she started in the lower level and started moving up to the point where she started doing all the paperwork for not only 1 but 2 daycares, to the point where this white lady was basically looking at her for everything that she needed. She was in that job for only 3 years. My friend was in that job for 3 years. And within 3 months, my friend said, listen, we have a house. We're basically not even using the lower level of the house. Let's convert this whole house, the whole lower level of the house, to a daycare center. Let's convert this whole thing to a daycare center. I got all the paperwork done. I know how to get it done. And I got the clients. White folks do this shit all the fucking time. Within 3 months, my friend went from going to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, leaving at like damn near 7 o'clock, and making basically shit pay to her within 3 to 4 months. Mind you, those daycare centers, they make a lot of money, especially for kids that are from the state. Man, that shit makes guap. Making damn near $1,100 a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that white lady saw fire in her fucking eyes when my friend said, yo, I quit. What the hell you mean you quit? Yeah, I quit. I'm gonna do my own thing. She didn't give her that much information, to the point where that white lady ended up finding out a week later that my friend, opened up a daycare thing, and the rates were either competing or lower than hers. And she got almost all her clients. To the point where that white lady called my friend and said, good job, that was a boss move. You know why? Because white folks, they recognize good game. White folks recognize when their shit got had. White folks recognize when, okay, touche. You know what I'm saying? That's what we should be doing. We should not be looking at these little jobs that we have as the end all be all. Nah, let's get the fuck up out of here with that. We gotta soak up game from these jobs. It's something that you like. You like to draw? Go to an illustration company. Learn how to, learn the ins and outs of everything and start your own shit. You like to play video games? Cool. Get a Twitch account, do what you gotta do, and then learn how to make your own thing that competes with Twitch. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter what you like to do. There's always an avenue for you to get some paper. Always an avenue for you to get some paper when it comes to something that you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Now, ending that story. Now, in these corporate and service jobs, you're gonna have coon women. For the most part, they're black women, but they're also Latin coon women in these jobs also. I want to make a disclaimer, okay? This isn't all black women, or this isn't to fuel the black woman hate train and all this other bullshit, because I know there is a lot out there. I'm not here for that, because this is not all black women. These are just the black women that do these type of things, all right? If it don't apply, let her fly. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. If it don't apply, let her fly. But these are not all black women who do this, all right? Because for the most part, these black women don't know that they're doing this, or in a subconscious level, they don't know that they're doing this. And for the most part, this is black women who are part of this. And if they don't have a black woman, there are Latin women who are part of this also, all right? And I'm gonna make the difference, the definitions and all that, right? Now, how are you gonna point out a Latin woman or a black woman who's basically in positions like this, who's basically the coon? For the most part, she's usually overweight or past her prime, or she's sexually unavailable. This is for Latin women, right? Sexually unavailable, meaning they're gay. Let's keep it real. For black women, it's the same thing, but a little bit more older aged. It's the same thing, just a little bit more older age. You know what I'm saying? These are the women who will be the buffer or the watchdogs over black and Latin men. That's something we gotta be real about. They are put in these positions for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They're put in these positions for a reason. Because they run because you gotta remember, these places are run like a plantation. You know what I'm saying? Most of these women are obviously difficult to work with, but most of these women aren't held up to a standard like black men are held up to, or Latin men are held up to. You know what I'm saying? Because in most of these places, like service jobs, especially service jobs, or corporate jobs, they got some of these hood rats in these places. Let's be real. You got some of these hood rats in these places, talk up in the front desk going and all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have no hood dude up in these places unless they're in the service job, but they're pretty much the same. If they're not in the front, they're gonna damn near be in the back. You know what I'm saying? They're damn near gonna be in the back. But the same thing goes for Latin women. But they use Latin women as the good cop. You know what I'm saying? These Latin women are the ones who sweet talk you and peep you out, and then they go tell. You know what I'm saying? They go tell and be like, yo, Carlos, I saw Carlos outside talking on his phone and it wasn't his break time. You know what I'm saying? That's what Latin women do. But in your face, oh, hey, you doing, chico, como estamos, and all this other stuff, right? But behind your back, yo, black woman. And these black women don't know how to turn it off right here. Let's keep it real. Black women do not know how to turn it off. They act like they're your mom. You know what I mean? They act like they're your mom. Latin women, they know how to fake it to a certain extent, but black women, they act like they're your mom. You know what I'm saying? They act like they are your mom. They'll be on like some crazy shit, talking down to you and all this other shit. They don't know how to turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll even have black and Latin women together, and both of them are the same. Good cop, bad cop type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's even worse. But remember, these women, like these black and Latin women, they be on the jobs for like 20 plus years. No promotion. They're always on the glass ceiling. And you can spot them out. They're all, raggedy, all fucked up, pissed off at life and shit. You know what I'm saying? Pissed off at life. For some reason, they always got a mean mug in their face. You know what I'm saying? Black and Latin women in these positions, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. But if they get, check this out, if they get a position, it's usually a bullshit position. It's never a position to rule over white folks. You know what I'm saying? But if they get a bullshit position, they're not gonna get paid that much. But if they get a position like a supervisor position, shit, it's not to rule over white folks. It's to rule over you. It's to rule over black and Latin people. Let's keep it real. That's exactly what it is. Cause you know what they do? This is what they do. Because when the way they get there is they be like, yo, Terrell, he was 5 minutes, late from his break. Mr. Basil don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll be like, how come you came 10 minutes? Oh, they'll tell everybody. They'll be like, oh, it feels good to be you, coming in 10 minutes late every day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting in trouble. I wish I could be you. You know what I'm saying? They'll dry snitch you out. You know what I'm saying? They'll dry snitch you out, but let's not get it twisted. These females are extremely loyal to white men. Regardless how long they've been there in the same spot, they will still be like, I saw Terrell outside smoking, and it wasn't his break. I know how you don't like that, Mr. Taylor. You know what I'm saying? That's how they'll do it. That's how they show their loyalty. And white people, they love that shit. They love watching black people or Latin people throw each other under the bus. They love that shit. You know what I'm saying? They love that. They get a kick. Loving to see the rift between especially black folks. But it's loving to see the rift. They love that shit. You know what I'm saying? They love that shit. You know why? Because the more disloyalty you show for your own people, the more the white folks see that you're someone you could control. You're someone that if something gets rowdy, like a plantation, just like a plantation, if it gets rowdy, I could count on you to, calm the Negroes down. You know what I'm saying? That's why white folks like it. White folks love that shit. White folks love that shit. I got a story that I got two stories for this one. I'm gonna do it real quick. At the internet company job that I used to work at, there was this Ecuadorian dude, mad cool, called him C's. You know what I'm saying? But he was real buddy with the boss, with the white boss, real buddy. And he will be the buffer between the security guards and the boss. He will be the buffer. He would be his right-hand man. Mind you, he wasn't able to get any time off like that. Have to ask permission. Mind you, he was giving some perks, but not that much. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't giving the perks right away. He was always walking on eggshells and like, oh, we can't be doing that. Mr. Basil's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? He was the buffer for that. And I saw that. Ecuadorian cat, mad cool with me, but also he will be like, I saw that you came a little late, I hate to tell Mr. Basil on you, you know what I'm saying? On some coon shit. On some coon shit. You know what I'm saying? It even happens with us Latin people too. It be on some coon shit. My man was on some coon shit. I'm like, God damn. And whenever the boss was thinking about firing somebody, he has to go right up there. He's like, well, he's supposed to be now the representative for the slaves. Well, Tyrone and them, they don't really mean bad, massa. No, just give him one more chance. Just give him one more chance, massa. You know what I'm saying? And he comes down. I just saved your job. You better be thankful. You better be thankful. I just saved it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn, you a goddamn coon. Jesus Christ. I don't know if he saw it, but I sure did. I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Even happens to the guys, fellas. Even happens to the guys. And now let's get back into the whole women thing. And because women are usually used as the buffer, for the whole thing, because women could get away with it. Women could slick talk guys and be cool the next day. Men, we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. But anyway, if you have other women who do cool shit too, but their shit's kind of like upscaled. You know what I mean? They are in high up positions, but it's because they kind of fuck their boss to get up there. They're corporate secretaries for the executive boss. You know what I'm saying? But they do little bullshit too. They be like, if she's buzzing to get into the building because she forgot her key card, and the door or you just take a couple of seconds too long to open that door, she's gonna remember that. She's gonna be like, well, Rolando and them, they were chit-chatting a little bit too much in the front desk. You know what I'm saying? She'll say that. Or if she order food for the whole executive floor, she might, and it gets, the person's downstairs and you didn't call up or whatever the case is, and you didn't see that it was, Yvette and them upstairs, and Yvette's executive secretary. Oh shit, she gets priority. Oh shit, you didn't call upstairs? Oh, she's gonna remember that. Best believe you're gonna be out the door within a week. You know what I'm saying? Best believe. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't go upstairs with the food, it's gonna be a problem. The same principles still apply for Black and Latin women. It does, for the coons on the men position, but mostly for the women. Some same principles, different dynamic, but the same outcome. I'm gonna give you guys another story. At the same internet company, you had this male clerk named Yvette. Overweight, super mean to everybody. She wore the same wig. It was sometimes crooked and all over the place. Different colors too. Red, blue, blonde, all over the place, right? And she was loud as shit. She worked at the mailroom. Mind you, she was the oldest one there. She was there 30 plus years. And she knew everybody's business. And she would snitch you out like crazy. Oh shit, I saw Rad coming back, a little bit too late from his break. You know what I'm saying? She would snitch everybody out. Mind you, the mail room supervisor just got there 2 years before, 2 years, 2 years since I've been there, but 2 years ago, and he was already the supervisor. That's funny. That's kind of funny. And then you find out that my man was smashing one of the executive secretaries and shit. That's kind of all right. But anyway, going back to Yvette, she will always snitch on people out, be mad loud, you know, and just these white people will be like, oh, you know what, that's Yvette. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that they had a good coon with them. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna rock the boat like that. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna snitch the people in the mailroom out. She's gonna snitch on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it is. So, long story short, you know, since when I left that place, Yvette and man, she was still out there cooning, doing her thing. I'm like, God damn, that shit crazy. But that, you know, that was a huge wake-up call for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, this other layer is, the final layer is white folks. Now, white people, they do something very sneaky that you guys have to basically catch, you know? They will ask you questions about certain racial events. And they do this to test you to see where you're at, because white people, because first of all, if you're woke, that's dangerous for them. Because the last thing they need for white people hate to be reminded in the position of privilege that they hold. They don't like getting reminded of that, and they don't like getting reminded of the unfair power dynamic that they have versus you. They don't like that. They hate that shit, actually. So a woke person, oh hell no. So what they do is, you know, for they like to coon test. You know what I'm saying? They like to coon test. So what they do is, you know, they ask you little questions, and then either two things is gonna happen. Either you're gonna be real with them, which is bad, because it's gonna be, you know, you're gonna be jeopardizing your job, or you're gonna coon, and you know that you're cooning, because let's be honest, the majority of the time, we know when we're cooning, we know when we're tap dancing, and it takes a lot of energy to coon. You know, we got buck our eyes. I'm like, oh no, master. You know what I mean? We're bucking our eyes and all this other bullshit. So it takes a lot, you know, because if we come on some hidden power, motherland, alkaline water, African dirt, ruin of the hidden temple type shit, oh, best believe they're gonna go to HR the next day, or that same day. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go to HR. Oh, well, you know, Derek, I was kind of getting scared. Yeah, I think we were just talking about football, like, you know, Colin Kaepernick, and all I asked him about the kneeling thing, and well, you know, I think I saw a Black Lives Matter t-shirt under his button down. And he said something about revolutionary. He had a green hoodie, and I think that's part of the Green Hooded Crips. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They'll start making crazy shit up. But for Latin people, that same shit happens too. Let's not get it twisted. The same shit happens too. If we come on some Mayan human sacrifice energy from the sun god Cinco de Mayo shit, best believe they go to HR and be like, well, the only thing I asked him was about the Garcia NYPD officer. That's all I asked him about. And he said something about he's a Latin coon. I don't know what that means. But I was very scared. I think he was wearing a Che Guevara shirt under his button down. And I heard him say the N-word one time. I felt very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? They will flat out throw you under the bus. They will flat out throw you under the bus. So they do little tests. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, hey, so what about, you know, the Colin Kaepernick guy? What do you think about that? Or the Bill Cosby, do you think he got, you know what I'm saying? But if you want some righteous shit and you're like, well, you know, that Colin Kaepernick thing, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, you know, and I don't think he was kneeling down to disrespect the flag. He was just kneeling down because he was pointing out the injustices that happen in the black community. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll see you later, Dante. Yeah, we'll eat Chipotle tomorrow. Okay, and then go to HR, right? Go to HR, right? Then, he said that in the weekends he calls himself Huey P. Newton. I don't know what that means, but I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? That's how they'll go. They'll end up being wild scared for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They'll end up, or they'll test you, like for the women, they'll be like, can I touch your hair? Oh my God, what is this? This is Bo Derek braids? You know what I'm saying? They'll start, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing because to them, you are like a pet. You're like, oh my God, you're not supposed to be here. How did you get here? Oh my God, you're exotic. You know what I'm saying? To them, that's what you are. Let's keep it real. That's what you are. And the thing is, they set you up, or they'll set you up with projects or something that you know isn't obtainable, or some unrealistic bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because after you come on some righteous shit, you know, don't be touching my hair because you know we don't like that. You better chill out. Or you know, you check them on something. HR comes, well, you know, you came in a couple of days late. You didn't scan your key card in correctly, and you know, your peer review is up in the week, and I think I'm gonna have to mark you a couple of X's, and then you'll come the next day. Well, I sure do think Bill Cosby raped them women. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start cooning and shit, and they'll reward you for your cooning. Let's keep it real. They will reward you for your cooning. They were like, well, you know, Dante, you know, you've been an excellent employee here. Well, definitely looking at your peer reviewing, all checks from here. Keep up the good work. Oh, sure will. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you will get rewarded for your cooning. I'm telling you. So these are the solutions that I give out to anybody that I talk to. And I'm going to give it out to you guys. Here are the solutions. One, know your position that you play. If you're gay and you're in a corporate setting, know the position that you play. You are not someone that's going to be rocking the boat. Know the position that you play. If you're a coon, know your position also. Know the position that you play. At least don't harm another victim of white supremacy. If you're gonna coon, be a double agent coon. Be a double agent coon. That's all. If you're gonna coon it up, be a double agent coon. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, I didn't see Terrell in you know, late, but what I did see was Patrick come in here 15 minutes late from his lunch break. You know what I mean? Just be a double agent coon. You know what I'm saying? Know the position that you play. Be real about yourself. If you know you're in a glass ceiling and you're comfortable with that, okay, cool. Be comfortable with that. But don't be complacent. You know what I'm saying? Don't be complacent on the glass ceiling that they put you in. At least have a plan to get out. You feel what I'm saying? Another solution. If white folks are coming at you asking you retarded, dumbass, racialized questions instead of challenging them, act dumb. You don't know nothing about anything. You don't know shit. You don't even know who the fuck the president is. You know what I'm saying? Well, can you tell me about what are your thoughts on the Colin Kaepernick? Who's Colin Kaepernick? What? Who's Colin Kaepernick? He's the person that kneeled down. Who did what now? The person. Listen, Blake, listen, I'm not here to gossip about, you know, anything. I'm not here to talk about politics. I don't really do that at work because I really don't know too much about it. But let's talk about it in our lunch break. You know what I'm saying? Or just ask questions. That's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, he kneeled down? Was he tired? No, he just kneeled down to protest. Oh, okay. What do you think about it? Well, I think he's disrespecting the flag. Well, I guess he might be. You know, at least be a coon if you're gonna be coon, but do it politely. You know what I'm saying? Be a polite coon. You know what I mean? Ask questions. Any little thing. Any little thing. You know what I'm saying? What about the Bill Cosby situation? What about it? Well, you know, he raped all those women. Really? I didn't even hear about that. Well, you know what I'm saying? What about it? Oh, okay. Wow, 50 women. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know too much about that. I don't really keep up with politics. What Donald Trump talked about Mexicans and being, you know, criminals? He said what now? Yeah, Donald Trump. You sure he said that? Well, I don't know. You know, I guess I don't know too much about politics. You know, I'm not. You know, I don't know. I don't even know who I'm gonna vote for. I'm undecided. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to touch your hair and shit. You're gonna try to touch your hair and be like, no. I put something on it. It's probably gonna stink your hands. Yeah, no, don't touch my hair right now because I put something on it. You know what I'm saying? At least try to do that. At least try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because these white folks, they know what they're doing. They're not dumb. They know what they're doing. And the other solution is for these black and Latin women who try to snitch on you. Guys. Listen, guys, HR is a thing. Go to fucking HR, okay? Fight fire with fire. All right? All right, guys? Fight fire with fire. It's not that difficult. It's pretty easy. It's pretty damn easy. You know what I'm saying? Fight fire with fire. All right? Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys were not only entertained but educated as well. Remember, if you guys want to support me, Cash App $Radical Latino on Cash App, or go to my website radicallatino.com and donate. Or if you don't want to do it monetarily, go to the podcast app, rate me 5 stars, or go to my YouTube channel. I'm monetized. Watch a video and an ad pops up and just skip it. That's how you can contribute if you don't have any money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I also have a Twitter and Instagram, radical_Latino_. You can hit me up from there. I'm always available. We can talk and all that. And for next week, I want to hear from you guys. All right? Next week, the number is 609-948-4194. I want to get voicemails from you guys to see that, you know, how you guys like the 2-year podcast and all that. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.